everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya, and if you're stopping by for the first time, welcome. I do hope you consider subscribing, and I'd like to extend a very appreciative welcome to my new subscribers. So today's video is going to be a combination of sharing with you a beautiful, lovely new bag that's been sent to me by Babylon Leather, and then following that I will actually share with you 3 vintage bags that I just recently purchased, all 3 from Facebook Marketplace. 2 were winners and 1 was questionable. I'm going to need your help on that one. Let me get on with the beautiful new bag that was gifted to me. I recently corresponded and was working with Donna from Babylon Leather. She actually reached out to me on Instagram. Now, I know that quite a few of my fellow YouTubers and content creators here have worked with Babylon Leather, and as you know, Babylon Leather works with those kits that you essentially stitch together and you make your bag, usually a Birkin or a Kelly style or any of the others. So when Donna reached out to me, I sort of thought, oh well, this is a known company. So I reached out to the main Babylon Leather account and just confirmed with them that, look, this person has contacted me. Is this legitimate? Yes, it was. Fast forward a few weeks, and so they kindly offered me to select a bag from their new line. So as I just mentioned, they're known for their kits. Babylon has now come up with ready-made bags, and they have this one particular line which is lovely. It is their silk line. So their bags are made from beautiful, refined, premium cowhide, and then they're using beautiful silk from a particular area, district in China known for its silk production. So I've spoken a lot. Let me share the bag with you. Let me show you how it came to me. And they also very kindly gave me a discount code. So if you're interested in following up any of their products and you can combine the codes with another, for example, why not? If you're interested, definitely head on over, have a look and use my code. Thank you. So in a satchel arrived this box. So it's like a lovely sort of butter yellow, and it's got Babylon Leather. That's their logo, and on the back it says Babylon Leather. It's a one-stop leather source, premium leather materials, patterns, hardwares, tools, DIY kits and finished goods, from products to guidance, empowering everyone to begin their leather journey. And then their website, babylonleather.com, and then they've got a support email, which is support@Babylon Leather. So let's open it up. I have already opened it and had a look at it. This is their dust bag. And we're so used to seeing people showcase a bag that they've already put together. I don't know if those come with this dust bag, but here is a lovely thick, like it's a polyester dust bag, but it's a nicer quality than, say, the Coach ones. Thicker and less shiny, just a little bit more matte. It's got the lovely black ribbon. It's drawstring, and they were very generous, because they said that I could choose a bag, so I did. And I chose something that would sort of fit more my style. But they sent more than just the bag, which was very unexpected. So what I thought I would do is share with you the bag itself, and then a couple of the other little extras that I was not expecting, but which they kindly sent to me. This is the bag that I chose. Now, as you can see, it is a lovely black. It's got the gold hardware. The hardware looks quite nice. It doesn't feel chintzy. It doesn't feel cheap in any way, or like, you know, sort of hollowed out. So we've got the D-rings on the side, and it does come with a crossbody strap and an adjustable one, which of course I will show you. So you've got the turn lock here at the front, and it's got this lovely scalloped edge, and I'll have the name of the bag listed here. And then there's a bit of a protective covering, and then this is the front of the bag, and I chose this because I loved these colors. I am, as I'm getting older, more and more partial to the color blue, but this is a gorgeous blue. It's almost like an indigo blue with this beautiful gold embroidery through the silk. Now the silk actually is sourced from Jili village in the Zhejiang province, and my apologies if I have not pronounced that properly. So it is known as Jili Lake silk, and this particular region has a history of producing silk, and has done so for many hundreds of years, even going back as far as the Ming and the Qing dynasty. So it's known for its pure white color, its soft luster, and the craftsmanship from the Chinese silk heritage culture is very evident in the silk that they use on these bags. So it comes down to the embroidery work, the embossing, the stitching, the brocade that they add to it. It's also dyed with 100% wild Dioscorea serosa, which is a plant-based, so there are no chemicals in the dyeing process. So forgive me reading all those notes, I can't help it, teacher in me. So it's absolutely stunning. Now they have many bags that are mostly all silk, but I chose to go for a bag that has leather and silk. The silk is stunning. Can we just admire the beautiful effect here, the beautiful work that's on that? And that blue is such a deep, deep royal, almost indigo blue. And the pattern seems to be nature. There's a little building there and sort of shrubbery and trees and a whole lot of different nature. It's like a forest scene to some extent. And depending on how you move it, it's almost has, can you see how like it sort of seems to shift and change? It is stunning. Now it's daylight here. It's actually quite warm today. So apologies if I'm sweating, but it's a beautiful, beautiful bag and the effect is just stunning. Now the inside of the bag, so just to show you, it does come with a strap, which I will attach. The inside of the bag, here's a little leather swatch, and it's actually beautiful. It's a lovely pebbled finish. The inside is a lovely beige color. The bag is quite firm, so it will hold its shape. It has one zippered pocket along the back wall, and then it's got a slip pocket here that's edged in leather along the front wall of the bag. It's lovely and firm. If you wanted to clean it, because yes, the actual lining comes out, so you could do that as well. And it's actually a really nice looking bag. Like it feels sturdy and quite well made. It has a subtle scent of leather. It's not a very strong leather smell, but it's there. The back has this extra zippered pocket. It's got nice, decent, I've got the plastic, I'll have to take it all off, decent zipper pull on it, and the inside has that sort of linen look lining as well. It actually reminds me a fair bit, yeah, it sort of reminds me of that Coach, you know, that Coach linen lining that they have in a lot of their 1941 bags. So let me just remove all this plastic so you can see the details better. Okay, that took a lot of effort to undo all that packaging. It's almost like Coach. But what we have here is the actual bag itself. It has a lovely shoulder strap, so, you know, looks perfect as a shoulder bag if you just want to carry it like that. And then of course it has the adjustable and the removable strap. So you've got all the fittings here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5, which is pretty standard. And that's the number of adjustments you could put on the bag. I've got it on the middle, which is good for me because it just sits here at my hip. And it's actually a really lovely, lightweight bag. Of course, I have nothing in it at the moment, but I will add some things to show you what it looks like. The straps are lovely. They're thin, so they're not sort of very thick padded straps, but I think that's what contributes to the overall lightweightedness of the bag itself. The hardware is substantial, so as you can see here, it's got your traditional lobster clasp like that. It's not the dog leash. There's the logo just embossed there, and it's on most of their hardware, to be honest, and I think it looks lovely. The zipper pull is also quite large and substantial. Looks a fair bit like the Louis Vuitton one on some of the men's line, and the logo is also embossed on the zipper pull. All in all, it is a beautiful bag. The black contrasts really nicely with this beautiful blue and the gold. And then there's a tag inside with their logo, and it's got a serial number obviously for the bag just in there like that, and it's gorgeous. So let me grab my things and show you what fits in it. Currently I'm still in this beauty, loving it, loving it. It's far too big for what I'm carrying in it, but I tell you what, I just love the concept. I look at it and I think, damn, I did that. But anyway, I'm just going to take out of here the few things that I carry on a daily basis, which is like that, and I will pop them in that bag to show you how they sit. Okay, now traditionally in a medium size or smaller bag. I don't always carry my mini pochette, and each of these items are filled inside, they're not empty. But in this bag, it's actually really accommodating. So I've got the mini pochette just there, then I've got my usual Louis Vuitton card case thing there, and then I've got the Empreinte clay just there. This is my key holder, my clay here, and the only thing missing would be my phone, which I'm currently using. So I'll grab the case and pop it in there, but most of the time I'm holding my phone. So here's the case of it. My phone is a Samsung S22 Plus, so I will just pop it in here like this. Let's say, actually, let's see if it fits in the back pocket. Probably not. No, it won't fit in the back pocket, but if you wanted to and you feel comfortable enough, you could always just stand it up like that. But I'm going to actually put it in, and I'm going to do it this way so that the opening, you know, the empty space faces outside of the bag, not inside, because if I did it where it faces the inside, then it's just going to like hug the mini pochette. But if I do it the other way, it gives you a true indication of how it would sit. And look at that, easy as. And that's just to show you there that I've actually put it in the way I said I would, and that closed nicely and easily. It's not bulging, it's not overfilled. It actually feels like really nice. It feels lovely. So look, I'm a fan. You know, I've always been interested in Babylon leather in terms of making their kits, but like they've said, but like they've described, you know, a lot of people now are finding that they're too time poor to do that. And despite the tutorials and everything, I think people are just gravitating more towards ready-made bags. They have smaller items, they have like little pouches and things as well. So I might look into buying one of those for myself, because, you know, I love me some SLGs. And that's that. So I will have all my details for this bag below. I will also write there for you if you're interested in exploring this a little bit more. What my code is, from memory, it's Tanya and then a number following for the discount. And I really do hope that you will consider buying something along these lines. And if you choose to use my code, I thank you very much. I will receive a very small benefit from that, and I appreciate it. Inside the dust bag, there are some extra goodies. So they were very kind. So basically there is a pamphlet with some information about them, about their company, what they stand for, what they do. All their socials are listed, their DIY leather kits, and just some sort of information about them and their ethos. Then in here there's also another card. It says, thank you for bringing Babylon leather to life. We'd love to see your handmade creations, finished bags, and hear your feedback. And then on the back also where you can do all that. So there's information there like that. And then inside the bag there were these extras which I had not expected. Cute little thank you gift card there, just, you know, plain paper. Inside there were these three things. I did not expect this bag. Look at how cute this is. So this is all leather. It doesn't smell strongly of leather like the bag. There is a subtle hint of leather. This feels like leather, but there you go. I've always wanted a little rodeo. That's a really cute one. The colors don't necessarily go with my bag. I'd have to do it on the sides, through the side D-ring, because that's probably the best way or place to position it. Yep, that's cute though. Although the colors don't match, but at the same time it's sort of like they're almost the opposites on the wheel, you know, the color wheel. I'd probably put that on another bag, another one of my bags there that I have. Then we have, and this coloring probably would go better with the bag itself, we have the two thin twillies, and that's an interesting design. It's quite cute, sort of like leather straps and chain and so on. So you've got the beautiful deep blue, and that could probably be, you know, wound around the shoulder strap if you wanted to. You could probably put both of them around that, or just, I probably would tie like in a knot on the side. And the third little gift is this gorgeous little pouch. And I suppose if you wanted to put something delicate or soft or something that you wanted to have protected in your bag, it's this gorgeous little suede pouch like that. It's really nice, just a simple suede, both sides, like a raw finish. and it's just got this lovely drawstring attachment with the little slider, which is also in the black suede, and that's really cute. So that was lovely. I did not expect these extras, you know. I'm grateful for the bag, let alone these little extras. Thank you, Babylon. You're very kind. This next part of the video is where I share with you 3 pretty much vintage or just on vintage bags that I bought from 3 individual sellers on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I'm used to buying and selling on Facebook Marketplace, also with eBay. The problem is though that because I'm honest, I expect other people to be honest too. But anyway, what do? I'm going to share with you 2 bags. Both were purchased within like a day of each other, and both were purchased with the intention of gifting them to my daughter. My daughter likes one more than the other. The seller of the first one I'm going to show you, and I'll have the details of the bag written here on the screen. She was extremely kind. So she had originally listed the bag at $150, then she reduced it to $120. She was recently moving and having gone through a divorce or something, and so I reached out and I said, look, my daughter's been saving up, she's interested in this bag, because my daughter's now in first year of, you know, college, uni, and so she's wanting a slightly larger bag, but not a school bag and not a backpack. The bag that I bought for her my mother bought for her a couple years ago, is just a little little shoulder bag, but this one, when I bought it, I thought it was actually going to be bigger, but that's okay. She still loves it. She's been using it already. I'll show it to you now. And so the seller, when I explained it was for my daughter, she actually reduced it even more, and I think she sold it to us for $70 or $80. Now, as you can see, Talia's got some of her doobie whackers already attached, but this is the bag here. It's a beautiful blue. It seems to have like a glazed crinkled leather. It's got these 2 koala clasp pockets here at the front. It's a lovely blue, light blue, sort of not too light, but like a nice mid blue inside. Beautiful silver hardware. The bag is in great condition, and the seller was just selling it because she just wanted to sell it. She hadn't used it. So the leather is fantastic. It's a very soft, squishy bag. It's quite thin. It's got the beautiful contrast stitching in a white. It's got these 2 rings here, these 2 circles. It's got these 2 grommets with Coach imprinted on those. The inside of the bag is that same lovely blue, light blue, sky blue, or a bit darker than sky blue satin. It has the back pocket with the creed on there, and I think from memory this is a poppy bag, but this is a 2011 bag, so 15 years old. So there's that, and she's been using it a lot. It comes with and came with a long strap, so crossbody, but it is not adjustable. But Talia, basically, my daughter's been using it as a shoulder bag, and it just looks really nice on her because she's like gorgeous, slim young woman, so it looks beautiful on her, and it's lovely. So I'm really happy we scored that. I had actually bought it for myself, but she kind of liked it, so I let her have it. We didn't receive a dust bag with this because the seller had lost it, but she was very kind and popped it into another more generic type dust bag. And that's that. So that's the first one, and that's one of my successes. Now this second bag comes in this little dust bag, which is just like a Chanel beauty dust bag. This, I bought this bag for one reason only. And essentially I bought it because I thought it was cute. I had the intention of cleaning it and selling it on, but the little hang tag that's on this, I can't. It's gorgeous. Now, I'm not very familiar with some of these older styles, especially these collab styles. So I reached out to Dawn from Dawn Loves Couture and I said, hey, how does this look to you? Is it authentic? And she said, yes, it's fantastic. Now, this particular seller was actually moving state. So she was packing up, she was trying to clear out. She had this listed at $45. This is a collaboration that Coach did with Disney a little while ago. This is in the chalk. This is full glove tanned leather, and it comes with the little Mickey icon here. That's the front, that's him, we can see him face on, and then this is the same sort of image but from the back with his little yellow shoes. It comes with a little wristlet, which I'll just attach here. The hardware is this great pewter color. It also did come with a thin crossbody strap, so I'll just attach that, and it actually looks fantastic. Talia, actually, my daughter, doesn't like it or want it because it's crossbody. She's not into the crossbody style, which I get. And so I'm just going to keep it, and I'll explain why in a minute. So here's the Creed just in there, and this one is in that brown color, and it's Disney by Coach 1941. This is a limited edition Coach accessory. It is made of genuine glove-tanned leather. Hug it, hold it, squeeze it. It will soften with time and develop a character as unique as the mischievous Mickey Mouse who adorns it. But there is no code at the bottom of it. But it's gorgeous. On the side of the plaque, we have 2 little card slots there, just like that. And it says genuine glove-tanned leather. And if you can see, just here in the corner, it says Disney. Yeah, it's got the copyright mark and Disney. And then it's got the double zipper effect, like that. And then the other side, also just that beautiful linen. And it needs a wash. That's okay, it needs to be cleaned. It doesn't smell, you know, offensive. It's got 1 slip pocket there, sort of in the middle, and that's it. And the strap is detachable, thin, and crossbody and adjustable. So that's a gorgeous, gorgeous little bag. And I've since seen others online on both eBay and on different platforms being listed at much, much more, a much higher price. But this little hang tag is just adorable. So it's chalk, and it's got the little Coach there, and on the other side it's yellow. I bought it just for this. It's gorgeous, but I also had bought it with the intention of cleaning it and of course trying to sell it on, but I don't know if I want to now. Kind of like it. I think I'm going to keep it just as like a cutesy little nostalgic thing. I mean, it was only $45, so. And then I have to admit, right now, I really want to tell you this story simply because it goes to show you how people are very, very different. So this particular young woman who sold me that Coach Disney one actually said, look, I've got these other things, do you want them? And I said, well, what are they? And she showed me a photo, and I'll share them with you now. I'll let you see what she actually just gave me as extra. I didn't have to pay 1 cent. I did have to drive into like an inner city suburb at peak hour. It was rough, but anyway, we got there. It was not a problem. Well, I got there, and then I met her outside her building, and she just passed everything on, and I paid her cash. And then she gave me these 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles, 5 bottles of perfume. Now, this goes to show how some people are honest and genuine, and other people are just scum. And I feel terrible saying that because, you know, we're all God's creatures to some extent, depending on what you believe, and we should all emulate him and try to be in the image of him and be kind and compassionate. But I find that really hard to do simply because some people, and you'll see in the next bag, are just like downright dirty. Anyway, so one of the bottles that she gifted me is the Diesel Plus Plus. It's the feminine one. So this is actually quite interesting. It's not sweet, it's not musky, it's like a nice combination of the two. So that's quite nice. And even the bottle, it's like got that slight velour feel. Really nice. One is this little favorite. It's called Fields at Nightfall by Zara. This one's nice. It's sort of a little bit more like a lot of the other Zara fragrances, you know, sort of like soft and light and yeah, a bit pretty, a bit powdery. Ooh, that went in my eyes. And then we also have this one here. So she gave me the Lily of the Valley for 7-Eleven. This perfume range is making a huge comeback. So I've actually got the rose one in mind to purchase, but this is one of those, you know, eau de toilette in the true sense of the word, where it's just very light and like a light, almost body spray. But this one packs a punch. It's beautiful floral. Well, it's the Lily of the Valley, so it's got a beautiful floral scent. And the package, the sticker is just gorgeous. The bottle's a lovely shape. It's really beautiful. The one she gave me, now this one is much more distinct perfume scent. This is the Jasmine. So it's got the label there on the top. Now I'm going to be like inundated with different scents. So let's do it this way. Yeah, this is Jasmine. If you like it, and if you know Jasmine, it's definitely stronger. I've worn this a few times and I've actually received some compliments. So that's a beauty. And the last one, which is one that it's fast become my favorite. This one is called Aqua Colonia Intense, and it's pure breeze of Himalaya. So it's like one of those sort of very light, airy, sort of water-based, almost ocean, fresh water, almost like aqua pura, erba pura type of scent. stunning, stunning. And even the bottle, everything about it, just beautiful. Like made in Germany. Really nice. But yeah, I'm particularly happy about this one and the 4711. Okay, now this last bag I bought because I got all excited. Like I'm wanting to sort of buy bags, restore them, sell them on, flip them, do all that type of thing. But I also love this look. Now we know that Coach has just like been killing it these last couple of years, right? And a lot of their legacy bags are really becoming quite prominent again. So I came across this, and I've been doing a lot of deep dive searches on Marketplace, and I came across this particular bag. It is part of the 65th anniversary legacy range. I don't doubt that it's authentic. I'm sure it's authentic because I did look it up, and I looked up the code, and I was able to find other photos of the same bag. But it breaks my heart at how dishonest some people can be, you know, and just purely horrible. So again, I mentioned how my daughter was looking for a bag, and this was being purchased by my daughter because she'd saved it up for some time, which is true. Anyway, so the woman that I was dealing with, she had it initially listed at $300. Now it's a bit steep. It's a bit steep. So I said to her, would you accept an offer? And she said, what are you thinking? I said, well, my daughter saved up $230. And she said, well, if it's for your daughter, let's do it for $200 and free shipping. Now I usually try to go meet the person and have a look at the bag, but we were too far away. We were like 2 hours away from each other. So she posted it to me. So I trusted her. I transferred the $200 to her. And then about 3 days later, we had the weekend in between, she posted it out to me. She sent me the photo of the post office slip and the tracking number. I kept track of it. It all came. It's fine. Like it's legit because it all came. But it came like this. No wrapping, nothing, just a bag like this in this sort of thin satchel, like that. So, this is the bag. And at first glance you think, oh wow, it looks good. And that's what I thought. I asked for extra photos, and she sent me a few extra photos, but she was also very deliberate in sending me certain photos. She did not send me a photo of that. I was gutted. Absolutely gutted. Now this is the 65th anniversary legacy bag. I forget the actual name. I'll put the name up on the screen. It did come with the hang tag. I asked her, do you have the dust bag? She said, yes, love. I said, please send it. She goes, not a problem, love. No dust bag. And in the photos that she had posted online, she did not show this damage. Now you think to yourself, oh yeah, it's just like a mark. We can get saddle soap and take it out. That's what I first thought. But no, I don't know what the hell happened here, but it's actually cracked in there. And the leather has been scraped and worn away significantly here, that it's also got a slight tear in there. Now, I was gutted. I was gutted when I saw this because, you know, I should have known better. I should have, but at the same time, I trust. I sort of believe that if I trust someone, then it's like positivity in the world, you know? But no, some people should not be, just should not be, full stop. Some people are scum. I actually reached out to my bank and I said, look, this is the scenario. What can we do? I had to go through the bank simply because I contacted her and I messaged her straight away, but the post had been removed from Facebook immediately, and she has not responded to any of my messages. So either she's blocked me or she's muted me so that she doesn't see my messages pop up, you know, she won't get the notifications, and she's ignoring me. What I then did was I clicked on her as a seller and I looked at her profile as a seller, and the only feedback was that she responds quickly, which I agree with. The other posts that she had were two other luxury bags. One was a Neverfull, clearly fake, and the other one was like a little Miu Miu little top handle bag, also clearly fake. She currently has on there a Coach pillow tabby in the color pink. That one is still listed for sale, and then she's got a couple of other things like clothing listed. So after I noticed that, and then after about an hour when I kept messaging her, I looked back at her profile and those two bag posts were gone. So I don't think this is fake. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's fake. It does have the markings of a real bag. Like it's well made. The leather is great. It needs obviously a thorough clean. The hardware is quite tarnished. Now, I'm actually curious because I did sit one that night and put some Brasso over it, but the Brasso, you know how the tip comes away black? It did not come away black. So I don't know what's going on. And like part of me was worried. So I'm going to try and sand it back and see how I go, because if this is pure brass, then I should be able to sand it back and I'm not removing any type of surface type of thing like color. However, if you look at these rivets just here, can you see how there's silver underneath? So I wonder if this is all pure brass. Maybe the rivets are not, I'm not sure, but that's it. So this is the actual bag. It's actually really nice. You know, it fits nicely on my shoulder here like that, and I intended to keep this. You know, Talia liked it too, so she probably would have ended up using it. I probably would have given it to her. It's got good, chunky, substantial hardware. Like, that is fantastic. Very indicative of the time of this bag. And this bag, and she did send me a photo of the Creed, so I did check it. And the zip is stiff. And let's see, this was the only stuffing inside. The inside needs a very, very deep clean. It's a 2008 bag, so again, nearly 20 years old. And this one, although it's legacy, it does not have the legacy stripes, and the print on this patch is different from the other legacy print. But if you've watched Dawn's video about the legacy bags and everything, there were multiple versions of legacy bags, and this one was one of them. They also had some with the pink lining and the C. Can you see? Let me show you this side. And the C's on the fabric. So there was one type that had pink. This one is the blue. So that's what that looks like in the pockets. You've got leather here at the back, then you've got the satin and the satin fabric. I will clean up the hardware and so on, so I'm not worried about that. What I am worried about though is the corners. Even then, I could probably get some leather cement and work on it, and I will fix it. It will look better, but it will always be a little bit rough and a little bit unsightly. So what I did was, oh, before I tell you, there's a beautiful zippered long pocket here on the back. It's actually a gorgeous bag, and the leather feels beautiful and thick, and it's got that well-worn look, and you can tell this bag has been used. And I don't have a problem with a bag that's been loved, but what I have a problem with is when people are not honest. Like, show me a photo of this, because then maybe I would have offered less than 200. I still may have bought it, but I would have offered maybe 150. And the fact that she just disappeared, you know, I can still see her profile. I actually found her actual name, because, you know, like when I go into stalker mode, I can find things, but and I've got all the information. So I rang my bank and I told them the situation, but because I had transferred to her, it's not like she was a business or anything like that. The bank said, look, what we can do is contact her bank, because of course I have her bank details. They will contact her bank, and then they will put in a request to withdraw the funds. Her bank will contact her, and then it's up to them to work out what they're going to do. Of course, she can refuse, which means that then I have no more recourse, which is fine, I understand. But maybe if she gets the notification from her bank to say, hey, this person is wanting the money back, maybe she might actually respond to my messages, and maybe I can say, listen, you didn't declare this damage, you're being dishonest, my daughter is gutted, as am I. Give me more of a discount, you know, like 150, 120, that type of thing, not 200, even though she'd marked it at 300, but initially. But I don't know, what do you think? Let me know. Look, it's a very interesting bag. It's removable from one side only. The other side is fixed because it's got the ring. It's got a very strong, substantial zip. It has a zipper pull like this. All the other rivets are okay. Like, I mean, the gold hardware needs a good, solid clean. I don't know. What would you do? I mean, I don't have many options. Basically, I just got to keep it and see how we go. But I'm not going to do anything to this bag yet until I hear back from my bank. My bank said it can take up to 8 weeks. So I'm not going to clean it or try to restore it or anything like that, in case she says, yeah, you want your money back, fine, but send me back my bag. Then I'll say, no, I actually want the bag. My daughter wants it, but give me more of a discount or something. I don't know what to do. So any advice would be appreciated. You know, I haven't been sort of burned or scammed in some time. So I took this hard, like I really took it hard. I was so pissed off about it. And that's what makes me angry. And it's sort of like, this is the type of thing that makes me continue to trust people less and less. Last year opened my eyes to how I want to be alone and how I don't trust people, certain people. And anyway, and then having this happen, it just continues to sort of develop and what's the word? Reiterate that concept, reiterate that sentiment. I know there are a lot of beautiful, beautiful, trustworthy people out there, but sometimes I think I just want to be on my own. So on a more positive note, thank you again, Babylon Leather. This bag is stunning, absolutely stunning. And now my things are in it, I'm just going to go ahead and use it. So if you are interested, I'll have all the details for this bag listed below. I do encourage you to go and have a look at their website. I'm sure there's something there that you will like. Use my code. Maybe there's other codes also, other sales running. They allow you to add them onto each other. So see what you can buy. As always, I look forward to reading your comments. Let me know what you think of this saga. Take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time.